Yo, what's good, guys? Kosher Tech here. So today we got another gaming monitor review. Now this is an ASUS VP249QGR. Listen, man, these names and these monitors. But anyways, look, this retails for $160. You got a nice, sweet retailing price. We got specs 1 millisecond. Now this is not gray to gray. This is MPRT. All right, I'm gonna show you that right now. This is an IPS panel. All right, it's 24 inches. Let's run through the specs together and make this easy for everybody. 144 hertz, like I said, 1 millisecond MS MPRT. All right, it's not gray to gray. We got IPS panel. We have HDMI, VGA, and DisplayPort. I don't know why the hell they went with VGA. We got iCare, all that AMD FreeSync. Now it doesn't come with a DisplayPort cable. It comes with power cable and HDMI cable. So make sure you have a DisplayPort cable at the casa or order one. But anyway, so let's run through the monitor pretty quick, and then we're gonna do benchmarking, and I'm gonna get all the good stuff going into detail. But first, I just want to show you guys the monitor straight off the box. So at first, look at the bezels, man. This is beautiful. Very thin bezels. All right, this is not a huge, thick, remember those big bezeled monitors? Nah, this doesn't go. We have a chin there in the bottom, typical ASUS. All right, we have buttons here in the bottom. All right, so when you're gonna press, it's gonna wobble a bit, but very nice. Now my biggest gripe is the stand. Now, even though I love when a stand is that narrow, but guys, this thing, like, look, if I shake the desk, the entire monitor, look how flimsy it is. All right, it's very, very flimsy. So if you type and if you're hitting the monitor, if you're hitting the computer desk, the monitor is gonna shake. So you're gonna get that monitor shake. So be careful, all right? It is pretty flimsy, it's all plastic. I mean, the base is plastic, it's not aluminum, so it's really flimsy. There's no height adjust, all right? There's no swivel, there's only tilt. So you could tilt it basically up, and you could essentially tilt it down. There's no swivel, so you can't swivel, there's only a tilt. Very simple, I mean, at the end of the day, you're really paying for the IPS and for the 144 hertz. But anyways, let me put on the computer and let's show what this bad boy could do. Let's go. Before we get into gaming, I just turned the monitor around just to give you guys a better understanding. That's what I was talking about. So this is the back. We have vents over here. Very simple design, how all monitors are, all plastic. Now, the good thing is you can VESA mount. All you have to do is just pop these little rubber things off, and then you could VESA mount it right over here. So you could basically essentially just hang this monitor up, and you don't even have to use this waste of space stand. And for the ports, like I said, you see them right there in the bottom. We have HDMI, VGA, and DisplayPort, and the power is right over there. So simple three-prong power. Very simple, very minimalistic. Like I said, for the price, what you're really getting is the 144 hertz, the FreeSync, and the IPS panel. But altogether, everything is plastic. All right, everything's plastic and very flimsy. So like I said, be careful. It is pretty fragile. Let's go. All right, you guys, so let's run through the menu options. Now, of course, we have input select, game plus, color temperature, which I preset. You can make your own presets here. So we go to game select. You could have a crosshair essentially in the middle of your screen. You could have a timer. You have a SPS counter, and you could have display alignment to align the display and however you want. So exactly if it's showing you if you have two displays to essentially align it. Next, we have 4 colors. So we get different modes here: standard, sRGB, theater mode, game mode. I mean, you guys get the dish. I mean, plenty of things. I left it in a standard, and I just basically calibrated to my liking. But essentially, you could rock however you like. Look, this is an IPS panel. You will get good color representation. You have different filters for blue light. We have color. We could increase the brightness to whatever you want, decrease the contrast. I mean, you have plenty of good options here, as you guys can see. Like I said, VGA, HDMI, and DisplayPort. You do have FreeSync, of course. Now, this monitor also does support G-Sync. All you have to do is go to the NVIDIA control panel and knock it over there. But very, very easy, very self-explanatory, guys. All right, guys, so I got the system set up. Now, this is the pink power. I'll have everything in the description below. But anyways, yes, I just want to give you guys a quick representation of the color. Since it's an IPS panel, it is promising us good viewing angles. Now I have Valley basically running. Now I'm just going to give you guys that nice shot. There you go. You see how it still retains the color? You see how it still retains it? This is what an IPS panel is supposed to do. And look at the thin bezels, man. Look at that. Very nice. It still retains the color representation, guys. This is very important if you are looking for an IPS panel as well. Listen, if you want to do video editing, you know, design, Photoshop, this is perfectly, you know, this is the sweet spot of a monitor, sweet spot of the panel. But anyways, let's go a little more into the setting and to display, and of course we will get into gaming. But this combo right here looks absolutely beautiful. Now guys, straight out the box, when you take the monitor out, I gotta say, listen, there's not a lot of settings you want to play with, because when I actually did calibrate it, there was not a lot of, you know, functionalities that I had to change. It's just, it was a bit too green coming out, so we just had to lower the greens. And overall, it was really, really good. I mean, the next, you know, the things you always want to play, which is very subjective, is the brightness. You know, you could always, I think it comes off a little too bright, but you know, if you want to lower the brightness, you go for it, because it's a little too much brightness in the when it first comes out, at least for me. Now for gaming, for any IPS panel, you're gonna have the best color representation. But regardless of that, for gaming, for the color representation, it looks absolutely beautiful. You know, I had no issues, no ghosting issues, no, you know, tearing issues, none of that. It's 144 hertz for a 1080p panel. It's like, you know, what's more to ask? Now, if you're more on the competitive side, if you're looking for something that's a little more faster, if you go with a TN panel, they got VA panels, which are basically advertising 1 millisecond time, but go for that. But if you're competitive, when I say you're competitive, if you're making money, all right, if you're making money, if that's your livelihood, then that's different. If you game for the sake of just enjoying it, if you play on Twitch, if you live stream, listen, go for quality. It's gonna look better for you. It's gonna look better for the view. It's just gonna look better for absolutely everyone. You know what I'm saying? But if you're making money for TN panels, if you're making money competitive gaming, then listen, go for the competitive gaming. It's only gonna improve the bread at, you know, it's your money at the end of the day. And one thing, yo, not one monitor that I reviewed, that I basically, you know, had on the channel, that I got some hate for. Kosher know what he talking about. If you don't agree with Kosher, leave them comments. If you agree with Kosher, leave the comments regardless, yeah. But as always, guys, I'm Kosher Tech. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Deuces.